Mr. Reed has said that you guys want to make space for 22,000 Afghans, other helpers, to be able to come to the U.S. There's about 2 weeks until all troops are supposed to be off of the ground in Afghanistan. Who is going to protect that mission into September, assuming that 22,000 people are not going to get out in the next 2 weeks? And does that mean that there might be an extension of some of these security forces at the airport after that?
Well, I can't speak to the last part, but I can say that our commitment and the Secretary's task to me is to continue to do everything we can in this department to support this process. And as conditions change and opportunities change, we will do our very best to make whatever resources this department has to contribute to continued success in that regard. Understanding it could be very difficult. We don't know what's ahead, but we're going to stay in this as long as it takes, as long as we can contribute.
And I would just add, Megan, it's up to 22. That's the capacity that we're looking at these three installations. It doesn't mean that there are going to be 22,000 people that need that support. We're just trying to fill out the capacity as best we think we need right now. If we have underestimated that capacity, the Secretary is fully committed to finding additional locations and installations if we need it. And if we've overestimated, then to Barbara's excellent point, we've planned well. We want to make sure we're ready. So it's a capacity thing of up to 22. We're not being predictive that it's going to actually be 22,000.
So is that to say it's as many people who can get out in the next 2 weeks, or is there a consideration?
What I can tell you is that over the next 2 weeks, we're going to be as aggressive as we can and moving as many people as we can. And as you've heard me say, once we get the operation up and running well here, we could get conceivably up to 5,000 out a day. But that's seats on airplanes, not just military airplanes, but commercial and charter airplanes as well. That doesn't necessarily mean that there will be that demand signal on the other end. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Let me go back to the phones here. I haven't